Hello? Is this thing on? What I really meant to say is this thing on? Wait, can I have this thing right here. Okay, this is me right here, by the way. This is me right now. This is such an unflattering angle because you can see my little crane that I got right here for my thing. But wait, oh, I'm so blurry. That's okay. That's okay. Hello. I have this little light behind me that's probably... Is that scarier? That's scarier, right? Hello. Welcome. Hello, Hebs. Thank you for commenting. Glad that you could be here. We got a lot that we're doing today, and by a lot, I mean literally one thing. I have one comic panel picked out to do tonight because I had a bit of a rough week. Okay, I've been through a lot. And by that I just mean I'm lazy. I'm so incredibly lazy. Again, to anyone that's watching this live right now, if you are experiencing any lag on the stream, it's my fault. It's my bad. I have cheap internet because I'm broke and I'm poor, so on and so forth. So yeah. We're just gonna let some more people file in while we get things going. I'm gonna crack open a cold one, and by a cold one, I mean just some sparkling water. Crack open some sparkling. Yeesh. Good. That's really good. I'm sorry that you have to see my ugly mug talk. We're gonna enlarge myself so you can see me even more. Has anything interesting happened to anyone here today? Sorry, I really don't know how to start these streams. I don't have a format yet. I feel like I need to come up with a format. Something interesting that happened to me? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm going to see a doctor tomorrow because I've been having some wrist pain, and we're going to pray to God that it's not carpal tunnel, because if it's carpal tunnel, then I could kiss bye-bye to all my dreams of being an artist. Yeah. I like that. For the past week, David Lynch died. Some say he was like 130 years old. I wasn't saying that. I was saying he was a normal age. You posted your first YouTube video ever? I'm subscribed to you, am I not? I'm gonna subscribe to you. Remind me, or don't remind me. Yeah, positive vibes. After the stream, I'll go ahead and I'll subscribe to you, and I'll watch your video. Since you have been incredibly, you've been giving an incredible amount of support, which I am very appreciative of. So. Thank you. I can't wait to check that out. This is a dumb question, but is it an art video? I mean, like, if it's not, that's cool, but... Sparkling water? This is the SHIT, if you know what I'm saying. Glad to see me grow. They're saying we're gonna reach 1 million subscribers by the end of the week. To which I say, no, it's not gonna happen. 2 million. No, it's not gonna happen. Maybe 500,000. Sketchbook tour? That's awesome. I can't wait to check that out. I can't wait to check that out. I will leave a like and I will leave a comment. So, yeah. You don't want to be offensive. What race am I? Because I look so incredibly buff. Can you tell I work out? Oh wait. I'm white. I'm white as hell. I'm so white. Yeah. No, I'm Caucasian. I'm Caucasian. Swole. We're gonna put Caucasian with a big star, a big asterisk afterwards. Because I do have some percentage of native blood, Cherokee, I believe. I know this from my family. I don't know to what extent, though. So it's not enough to claim heritage, and it's definitely not enough to identify. But I get that question a lot. Everyone's like, "Are you white?" Yeah, anyways, I'm gonna turn off my silly little camera here, and we're gonna flip through my sketchbook real quick before we get started today. And I have a little I have a little thingy that I want to show off as well. Something that is, what's the word? Anger inspiring, I guess. So we're gonna get into that. Who's my comic inspiration? It differs. It varies. Sorry, I'm gonna turn this camera off. I hate looking at myself. My comic inspiration definitely differs, and it varies quite a bit. Currently, and you'll see because we're doing a panel from him today. We are doing a panel from the manga called Vagabond by Takehiko Inoue. I have been reading Vagabond for the past, I don't know how long, couple of months, and the art in that manga is absolutely fantastic, and the story is very, 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 very good. So that is my current inspiration. Other inspirations, let me pull it up right here. Sorry, I need to make sure that I'm not streaming this in like 1080p because no, I'm not. Okay. I don't want my frames to dip. We're gonna have so many lost frames. Sorry if it's really buggy here, but my other comic inspiration when it comes to just, I mean, I don't know, being a comic artist is Moebius, who's a French comic artist. This is one of my favorite comics of all time. It's called The Inkle. It was actually written because Jodorowsky wanted to make a Dune movie, and they made a lot of it in the pre-production phase, but the budget was becoming incredibly inflated, and they said, nope, you cannot do that. So they just went ahead and make he teamed up with Moebius to make a graphic novel instead. But I don't think Moebius really needs an introduction for comic fans, because like this is like as iconic as it gets. Like I love the art here. Like I even have a little page bookmarked, but love this so much. So if you are looking for a good comic to read, The Inkle by Jodorowsky and Moebius being the artist. Other comic inspirations. You're not allowed to say Neil Gaiman anymore. So I'm not going to say him. We're not going to say Neil Gaiman. Definitely a lot of manga authors, manga artists. Really just a lot of older comic artists. Who's the one that did City of Glass and Asterius Polyp? Mazzucchelli, I believe. He's really good. I really like The Adventures of Tintin. I think those have a really fun vibe to them. So a lot of like French artists, I guess. So yeah, Rip Neil. God rest his soul. He shouldn't have done all that. He shouldn't have done all that. Yeah, I condone. If it's not obvious, I condone. I condone all of that. Wait, condone? I don't condone it. Shit. Sorry. My mincing of words. We don't condone what Neil did. We don't condone what Neil Gaiman did. Shit. I'm gonna get canceled. I'm sorry. Anyways, we're gonna look through the past week, so you can see what we did over the past week, and I'm gonna try and keep this really still because I can see that we're dropping a lot of frames here, and I don't want it to I would like to give you guys enough time to see it, so we're not gonna make any large, crazy movements. This on the bottom here we did on the 19th. I think I skipped 2 days because I'm lazy. Just small stuff. Chris Claremont and Jack Kirby, purely since they wrote X-Men, is one of my favorite series. Though it's normie. Someone got mad at me for saying this. LOL. Like what you like. Right? Like what you like. I'm like, if you have quote unquote normie taste, I don't care. We shouldn't let what other people say. I like a lot of like what we could be considered like generic, but damn, people gotta ruin the fun for you, you know? People love to ruin, like, people love to say, oh, you enjoy that thing? Guess what? I hate it. You know what? Screw those people. We don't listen to them. On the left here, also on the 19th of January, we have just some portraits, something or others. 3/4 view. Why is it so hard to draw? Why is it so hard to draw? I lack as an artist, of course. We have some, this could be considered 5-point perspective. Well, or it's more of a 4-point perspective, but instead of the 4th point being the point that's like, if you were to think of a circle, right? Being at the top, your 4th point is instead your 1-point perspective point. So your bottom lines, essentially, they curve up and they keep on going up. This is, this is, it's not my perspective theory. I learned it from, I can't remember the artist's name. If I would have written it down, I'd tell you. But, really good artist. So this is a very fun thing to do if you're ever looking at doing perspective. You love the Afro Lady? I love... This might be like weird, but like I like drawing people of color. Is that like a weird thing to say? I'm sorry if that's a weird thing to say, but I think people of color are just like so like beautiful. And yeah, I enjoy, but I enjoy drawing all walks of people. There's only so many white people that you can draw. Again and again and again until you say, getting a little bored. God. Okay, we got some more things here. I think that's supposed to be Walking Phoenix on the top left here. This is supposed to be Tilda Swinton, I'm pretty sure. This is the same Tilda Swinton, but just playing around with face shapes. Appreciate the rep. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Yep. Thank you for commenting, though, Phantom Invader. You invaded my stream to leave that comment. Thank you. We have some more portraits. Le portrait. This one, I think I did a good job with, just because that's a really hard angle to do. If you've drawn faces before, you'll know that drawing anything that's not like just like a straight-on portrait is just hard. And then over here we have what I was doing today. I don't have much to say about these. This kind of looks like Joseph Joestar, if you've seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's not, but it kind of looks like him. Okay. That is the up-to-date sketchbook tour. I want to show off one more thing before we get started here today. And I don't hope it infuriates you, but I hope it infuriates you, because it infuriates me. Okay. So if any of you have been on my channel, you would have seen that I did a short last week that was drawing some album art, and I enjoyed making that, so I thought I'm gonna do it again this week. So before the stream today, I spent probably about 2 hours. I got home from work from my 9 to 5 shift, and I spent 2 hours working on this piece of art that I have right here. It is the album art for Lord Huron's Strange Trails, and I had a ton of fun making it. I went and I edited the entire short, and I posted it, and I noticed something that made me delete it instantly at the last second. I'm gonna flip this over, and I want you to look at it for just a second, and I want you to just think in your head or tell me what's wrong here. Okay. I'm very embarrassed with this. Here's the album art right here. Technically, I really like it. I feel like I did a good job with it. You know, I got the proportions right. I like the hatching that I did for the trees in the background. But there's this one thing with album art or albums in general that you need to pay attention to. Yep. I spent 2 hours looking at this thing, and I never thought that I had dyslexia. I never thought that I had dyslexia, but I'm still trying to I'm starting to rethink it, because there's an eye missing right here. Habes said it. At least it wasn't a tattoo. You're right. I forgot the eye. How did I forget the eye? I have a, wait, I'm gonna show you. I did like an undersketch, you know? And I went through it and I went over it again with black to see it through the paper on my light board. How the hell did I not notice that? Let's just say, I've never been so embarrassed in my life. And I'll probably redo this at some point. But the defeat that I felt when I finally caught it after 2 hours of working on it. So if you just join in my sorrow here. If you haven't listened to this album, go ahead and give it a listen. I love this album a lot. I'm not gonna throw it away. I feel like it's funny. I'm probably just gonna keep it in the sketchbook here for forever. But okay, yeah, we're gonna get rid of this. Every editor in the world just felt appreciated for some reason. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't have dyslexia. I have an English degree. I read books. I've read books. Maybe I just never noticed it. Normally with numbers, I'll get numbers mixed up a lot, but jeez, it's never been that bad. Just another complimentary apologies, because I'm looking at my stream right here and I'm getting a lot of dropped frames. If I had an Ethernet port on my laptop, I would hook this laptop up to straight to my router or whatever, but I don't. I'm sorry. Okay. Here is the panel that we are going to be doing today. And this is either going to be crazy ambitious or just like incredibly easy. Either way, the stream will end when I'm done with it, because I don't want to put too much strain on my wrist because of my doctor's appointment tomorrow. I want to be in tip-top shape. But here is the panel that we're doing today. Admire that it's literally just a photograph that I took with my phone. But yeah. This is the panel that we're going to be doing today. This is from the manga, Vagabond, if none of you have read it. I love the art in this manga so much. It is such a insanely detailed manga. Hey, look at that. It's such an insanely detailed manga. And if you're wondering, why is he calling manga comics? They're the same thing. One's Western, one's Eastern. We're not gonna make that like distinction here. Comics are comics, and I'm gonna refer to them as such. Yeah. So this is what we're gonna be working on today. I'm sorry if it's underwhelming to anyone who was looking for like me to do like Marvel or something. I mean, Marvel comics are good, don't get me wrong, but this is what I felt like today. I've been in the mood. Yeah, this manga is really good. I've never really done a lot of like action poses. And there's a lot going on here that I'm hoping we can get close to replicating. But it's a study, and we're gonna have fun with it. Intersection between badass and serene. You're right. They're talking about like being like such like a philosophical story. Vagabond is that to a T. It's just about like finding your stride in the world and like killing people with sticks. Whatever. I'm going to lower my desk here for a second so I can just sit down while I do this. You can't see the desk lowering because... Hello. Okay, we're also going to be using this silly little stupid tiny ruler because I don't have another ruler to just map out the outside of this. So if we're looking at it right here to the left, the panels are pretty well defined, like on the edge of the page right here. So we're going to start with that. But once you get to the right side of the page, the panels they bleed. What we call bleed. So it bleeds off of the page, just meaning there are no defined gutters. If you have any questions about comics, feel free to ask. Anything like technical, because I read up a lot about this sort of stuff, and I have a lot of books that sort of go over comic making principles and vocabulary, vernacular, so on and so forth. So if you have any questions with any of that, please feel free to ask or discuss. So we're looking at this right here. The gutter right here goes pretty... It's not very steep. I love drawing just like panels. It's so satisfying. It's so incredibly satisfying because you're just drawing straight lines. I would love to become a master on comic paneling one day. Hopefully after a lot of time of honing my craft, of course. But there's just something so satisfying at like just being able to panel something out, have good flow, because it's not as easy as it might seem. You would think you just draw a lot of boxes, but it's kind of more than that. It really is more than that. So we did the easy part. We got our panels here. We're gonna go through and we're gonna just use our Micron here to do this. I'm not trying to be super straight with it right here. I did my measurements for it, so that's good enough. And if there's anyone drawing along at home, I'm so terribly sorry that I picked such a difficult page to do. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Is the eye-hand coordination on point today? To everyone watching, have you learned anything cool recently? Whether that be a skill, a fact, or just anything that you might find to be interesting. Because I think that as a human beings, we have the just an amazing ability to just like learn stuff at any stage in our lives. So I love hearing about like what people are learning or what they find interesting. This is out of your league, but you'll try your best. This is out of my league too. This is I would say this is a challenge to myself. For certain. One thing I find with like doing like larger studies is like I like to just like start with things that I think I would like find interesting at least. So I really want to I want to have fun with drawing, you know. So I'm gonna start with what catches my eye first, and for me that's this expression right here from this character. Can't remember his name because he hasn't made an appearance again since I have been reading. You know this character's name, please. Recount that to me, because I seem to have totally forgotten. He's got a little ear back here. Here that goes. That's a bit bigger, I think. So what are we looking for here? I could measure out proportions to be accurate, but I am trying to build that like observational eye. So I'm doing just a lot of like comparing while I'm doing a lot of this. So I'm like taking a second to like look at like angles and everything while I'm drawing this to just sort of like make sure that I'm getting it all right. Wesley, you're here. Hello, Wesley. Thank you for stopping by. You're here just in time to see me do this. So there's this thing going on with this eye right here that's sort of stopping me. It's at this angle right here. Where's my eraser? Oh, it's holding down my page. He's got this he's sort of looking up. So we have sort of this this eye thing going on right here where his eyes are like that. We're looking for shapes too. Shapes are so telling to like the overall like if you can break something down into shapes, you've essentially got it, quote unquote got it. So we're also looking for that here. What I love so much about Takehiko Inoue is that he has such an amazing way of drawing eyebrows. Like this right here, this isn't how anybody's eyebrows look in real life, but it looks right in this story, you know? It's like, they're so expressive, even though there's like not a lot of realism here. You learn quick figure drawing sessions are the best way to just start drawing and stop procrastinating. I love doing like figure drawings, quick figure drawings. I have a whole sketchbook filled with them. I agree. I definitely agree. Like if you can just like break that initial, if you can break that initial moment of just like hesitation, you can do great things. we're looking at sort of his nose right here is like this shape, right? And it's three-dimensional, so it's sort of like if we imagine it like this shape right here, right? And then it sort of goes down like that, right? Do a little bit of construction with that, and then we can do more with that. My penciling is not very clean, as you can tell, but it doesn't need to be clean. So we got sort of that right there. I feel like the angle on his nose is still just slightly higher. Comme ça. We're gonna respect that nose construction again. Yeah. How are you feeling about that? Feeling pretty good? Feeling good? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna zoom in on here. I just realized that I'm sort of just you're having to like probably squint in order to see this. Is that better? I know I have the resolution turned down pretty far because I'm not wanting to like kill my internet. So sort of the Filtrum comes up right here. He's got sort of a like there's like boom. We got a boom boom sort of flow to that. Yeah. And we have a bit of an error with the way that we cut our gutters right here. They're not perfectly proportional with how they are on the actual page here. So there's going to be a bit of we're going to have to do a bit of imagining for some of these things. Want to sort of show his hair off a bit. Boom. Then we know his ear sort of comes up out right here. And it curves back. I love drawing ears. Ears are so fun to draw. So if we imagine the ear comes off into here and sort of comes back, doubles over. So like that right there. If we think of probably needs to be a bit further down. If we think of like construction, like facial construction, like a Loomis head, your ear is gonna fall a bit, the top of it's gonna be around your brow line, and the bottom of it is gonna fall like roughly around the bottom of the nose, tip of the nose, somewhere in there. Yeah, I was right the first time doing that down right there. Boom. And then sort of we'll figure that out with the inking. And here's the fun part. We got this little shoop, this little thing that's going on right here, and it sort of comes down like that to a bit of a squared off tip, and then it sort of comes back down and then then boom. 1, 2. This one comes a bit further up. There's a bit of a curve up here. Yeah. Okay. We're not gonna sit here and like I see a couple of errors with my construction here, mainly the bottom portion of his face. Maybe the proportions don't line up exactly, but we would be here forever if I was to correct every single minor mistake. So we're not gonna do that. We're gonna take note of it. We're gonna move on, because I could be here all day, considering that I am using this as like a learning experience. These guys sort of use 1, 2, 3. Let's go further off. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Perfect. We're gonna take we're gonna use this pen right here for this portion. This is a Funosuke brush tip down pen, to call it. And we're gonna try and pay attention to the lines here. So one thing that I've noticed that Inoue does whenever he is inking is he loves to double up his lines in some areas. And by that I mean like whenever he's like doing just like a straight line, that's hard to find. Right here, you can see a bit of it on the bottom of the lip if you look, but he's got like a you'll have two contour hatches side by side. The purpose of that, I assume it's to just give some like textural interest, right? See, I'm looking at this right here. That's not perfect right there, that hatching. Like this bit right here with the top of the lip, he sort of like does this like double line business. Same thing with like this down here. And I like part of it is like it's like textural quality, but I guess it's also to so you're not like having just a thick, you're having like a thick line, right? But you're not putting down a thicker line, so it doesn't like draw the eye away, but it still has like sort of like that thickness to it that it needs. Pretty sure that's the point of it. 2, 4. That right there. Sort of his eyebrows. Really trying to pay attention to like the way he does like the direction of his strokes. Because it can be very unique. Yeah. Then we look at this right here. It sort of leads down from the eye. Then it goes boom. That might intersect with the lines we already laid down here, but that's fine. You sort of got this going on right up here. A little darker section. Some contours for the lips. Boop, 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 boop. Hey, get out of there, idiot. Goober. Sorry, my cat's being silly. As he does. As he does. Alright, we're moving on to this side now. Another thing that I love that Inoue does is I love the way he draws eyes, specifically the inner part of like the upper lid. He like always makes it like thick and black. So cool. It's almost like an eyeliner look, but not really. Kinda not really. And then, see, we have some eyelashes that are sort of radiating out from there. Some hatching underneath the eyes. Also see a bit of like the outside of like the inner side of the eyeball there. Then sort of like it gets a little thicker there and it sort of thins out as we get over there. We got some eyelashes, boom, 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 boom. And they sort of shrink as they get to the outside of the eye. Next, we're gonna tackle this little line that's up here that's sort of connecting the ear to the rest of it here. A bit of an overlap there where it gets a bit darker. Trying to taper those lines off. I think it goes without saying we're not doing these complex patterns that are on the that are on the clothes here. We are not worrying about that. If anything, we'll do a little bit of an ink wash for him. But I think it's pretty obvious that he didn't draw those. Those are just like screen tones, I'm pretty sure. Kind of got my eyebrow here a little too low. Sorry about that. Okay. A bit of hatching. Very thick and close together for the eyebrows here. Make them a bit darker up here too. Hmm. Now I know for these hair wisps that he is probably most likely using a brush pen, but don't feel like breaking mine out right now. I know, terrible thing to say as an artist. Like, I don't feel like it. But it's the truth. So we're just gonna try our best to replicate sort of those brush-like wisps. He is such a master at like drawing hair, though. I don't like check out any panel from this manga, and he has such a way of drawing hair that is just so unrealistically like he's got it down pat. He has got it down pat, and I still struggle drawing hair like a lot. I know it's just one of those things where it's like you have to practice a ton, and I get that, but like, oh my god. And then this sort of blows up into here. 1, 2, shoot. Boom, and then we get into the ear here, which has this very complicated shape. I haven't studied ears a lot, so while I like drawing them, I never know exactly the shape that I'm meant to be drawing. And there's just some simple hatching in there. And it's actually cross-hatching. He does this thing when he cross-hatches. He doesn't cross-hatch at a perfect perpendicular 90-degree angle. He sort of like does it at like a very I don't know what you would call that, 90-degree, like 160-degree angle. You'll notice that a lot if you like look at his hatch marks. Okay. So we have that right there. Let's go ahead and throw in this little shape right here, this little emanata, as Scott McCloud would probably call it. Which is a symbol that we use to explain a feeling or an idea or like a concept, something like smoke. The fun thing about emanata is that, like other symbols, they can be entirely cultural as well. So there's definitely there's a lot of what's the word? There's a lot of variation that you can get with just like one symbol, which is just insane to think about. We're gonna use our regular fountain pen to do these sort of like hatches right here. We're just gonna do like the inside of them. Trying to just follow the general flow of these. It sort of sinks in right there. And then for these, it sort of moves in right there. Probably for these right here, he's also using like a screen tone dealio. So if we cannot replicate this effectively using just a regular pen, that's okay. And if he's not using a screen tone, he definitely has like a ruler of some sorts, or like a drafting ruler. And there's probably like that up there. We have all that up there. We're gonna sort of transition it, I guess, towards the ends out here. So we're gonna make them a bit darker, going out, going in, Boom, boom, boom. Do you guys have any like favorite art YouTubers that you watch? A few. It's definitely tough to find like art YouTubers that are doing what it is that I am trying to do. So I definitely have a lot of trouble with stuff like that. But like occasionally you'll find like an artist that sort of like fits that vibe that you're looking for. Whenever I'm making content, my goal, at least, whether or not I've been successful with this goal, is entirely subjective, I guess. But one goal that I've had is that to make art videos that are art videos that I'm looking for, if that makes any sense. So like I definitely like want to like be the content that I want to see. Doing that is kind of annoying right here. And when it comes to making content, I'm still learning a lot about how like editing and stuff works. So like I'm definitely not there yet to where I want to be, but like I want to in the future. I want to get to a point, you know, like where I'm satisfied or whatever with the things that I'm making. Bum, 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 bum. But that's always like a thing that you're chasing, right? It's just like being satisfied with what it is you're making. You think you'll love check out at Vendajar. You love her stuff. She's making a manga currently. Vendajar. I'll look them up when we're done with this. Thank you for the recommendation. Making a manga? Jeez. Wish that were me. I'm technically making a comic right now, but I'm definitely not at the the production stage yet, so I can't say that I'm like in the same boat. That's cool. Thank you for the recommendation, though. That's it's not perfect. What we got here for this like little effect that we're doing right here, but I'll have to we're gonna go over with a little bit of our little white gel pen. Maybe make those peaks pop a little bit better. Oh, sorry, did I? Sorry if my head is in the way. Jeez, that's embarrassing. Okay, so there's that panel done right there. Well, we're gonna go ahead and give her the erasure treatment. The eraser treatment. That's fun, right? That's pretty fun. Okay. Now we're gonna quickly do this one right here. So the thing with this little panel right here is that I don't think that the leaves are drawn by him. And if they are, then oh my goodness. That's crazy. But I don't know, they probably are drawn by him. He's just probably better at drawing foliage than I am. It's kind of hard to see it on the thing that I have there. But drawing like dense foliage, like it's easy to draw like a leaf up close, right? Like a single leaf, but it's definitely harder to do like a forest or like a lot of like undergrowth sort of deal. Never been a strong suit of mine, but I try, obviously. Boom. Sort of gotta. I find a lot of this like leaf detail here to be kind of, what's the word, like obtuse. So we're not going to try and do this like crazy detailed, because I could be here forever like rendering out these leaves, but I want to give like the general idea that we are in fact in a leaved sort of forest area. Sort of like fade into the back here, which is good. This dude is just a crazy good artist, and I know he has years and years and years of experience. Oh, sorry, I have my frame right here, so you can see what I'm doing. And that's the full extent that I'm gonna do for drawing out the pencil layer. Oh no. Poor line control there. It's my fault. Like, I love drawing leaves, but simultaneously I also hate drawing leaves. If you catch my drift, because if you just draw the same leaf again and again, it sort of starts to look a little, what's the word? Like repetitive, and not in like a good way. But you have to have like some, you have to have like a level of sort of like repetition, if that makes sense, because they're leaves. So annoying though. I'm gonna do a lot of hatching here in a second to sort of just fill in a lot of this area. My question is, like, how do you come up with this? Like something as intangible as like something like thudding against the ground. You know what I mean? Like, how do you come up with something like this? It's crazy. It's so crazy impressive, and I envy it. I really do. We're gonna lighten up our strokes as they get into the background here. Of course, we're gonna do some cross hatching up here. Can you guys hear when I'm like writing on the paper? My mic is pretty close to my pen, but I can't really tell if it's picking it up. Probably not much. I love like ASMR of like people like writing and stuff though. Ooh. I love the sound of just like a pen on paper. Not really? Okay, good. Okay. I'd say that's good for that panel. Right there. We're gonna move on to we'll wait till I erase that. I have a tendency to erase stuff before it's done drying. So we're gonna wait a second on that. Alright, we're gonna pull up. Have that panel right there. Also going to enlarge that a bit so we can see it just slightly better. All right, we gotta be tactful about this, about tackling something that like seems this this detailed, this crazy, this insane. And we're gonna accomplish that through just we're gonna first like figure out our lines of action, then we're gonna go in with like just some like gestural sketches, and then we're gonna start figuring out like our larger shapes. So we know that like our head, like there's like that thing right there. We know our character's head is like roughly in that area. We're sort of following like that's our shape right there. That's our line of action. And then same thing with this guy right here, this character. His head is sort of right there. And so there's like a curvature to the action here, which looks very visually appealing. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do for this. We're gonna be very gestural. So think of sort of like arm shape right there. We're looking at his head. It's sort of like aligning at the bit of his knee, which we got right here. If we like draw like a plumb line down right there. Then his head is sort of down a little bit. Then we got like a sword coming up right there. Then his foot. Sort of that shape right there. So if we're looking at it right here, the center of the body is roughly halfway down. Just realized his foot's back here. I didn't even see that. It's just that fabric right there that's flowing. That's roughly halfway right there. So I think our proportions are at least decent. Now we have this fella. So we have his head right here. And it's larger than our main character's head. So we're gonna keep it a bit larger because he's a bit closer to the frame. He's sort of got this stance where he is boom. His arm right here is sort of pulled back. And his arm is sort of out, like down a little bit. His hand is that right there. And his back sort of boom. And his leg comes out right here-ish. Then sort of comes back in a little. Then His rear end, his tush. Stuck out a bit. Foot's right there-ish. You know, he's right there-ish too. And of course we got this sort of like that right there. That's sort of the gesture that we're working with here. So I'm gonna lightly erase this a little bit, and we're gonna go in and we're gonna block it out a bit better, anatomically speaking. So we know our main character, Miyamoto Musashi, is sort of right here, and shoulders about halfway. Comes down a bit. Okay, so here. His arms are very close together. They meet pretty much like right in there. Maybe a bit more further down. Yeah, then we sort of have his forearms that sort of come down to a bit of a point. This one's got a bit more of a curve to it. Then sort of it's crazy how anatomical Inoue is. You can tell he's just spent years and years and years practicing anatomy, because he is just like an actual wizard when it comes to this sort of thing. And we sort of have his sword that's sort of emanating from that right there. Right? Then it comes down. We have sort of, you know, its knee is right here. Got all those bumps. Legs are always so fun to draw because they always have like all these like little bumps and nubs on them, where all the muscles and whatnot overlap each other. He's got like a bit of a, he's got a little, his rags on like that right there. Boom. Then his hips are there-ish, but he's got part of his like of his robe right here, doing this complex thing. And we have the dreaded feet. Oh my goodness. How do you draw feet? Good enough, right? What's got some big old feet? Jeez. I mean, me too, but some big old feet. Okay. His other foot is just like sort of hanging out back here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. His hair is very wild and wacky up here. Little bit of hair coming down right here. Then it sort of fans out right here. Where's his second foot? You're talking about his second foot right here? If you look closely, it's really hard to see. I mean, let me zoom in right here. Click on the right thing? No. Background. Background. No, that's not the background. It's like a magic eye picture. Yeah, you get the idea. I'm trying to click on my. Okay, yeah. Right. They're peeking out. Even though you already saw it. It's a little redundant on my behalf. Sorry. I guess I could have just pointed to it on my on my paper. Yeah, it's right here. His little toe is poking right there. Okay. He's got those angry eyebrows. He's got sort of boom, boom, boom. Nose comes down right there. You can tell he is very angry because his eyebrows are pointed like pretty much downward. Since we're working so small with this, it's kind of it is very, very hard to sort of like get that detail in, and I think I've put his entire top half of his face too low. It needs to be more like up here. So sort of like up there more. His eyes stem from that. Yeah, that's better. And he's got a little beard going on. A lot of these like superfluous details, you know, just sort of like the really like close-up stuff, we will work through that as we get as we move a bit closer in with all this. See, he's so crazy talented that he's drawn the collarbone right here. I don't know if you can see that. He has the collarbone drawn, peeking out from behind the robe here. How? How? Literally how? Why would you want to be that detailed? I envy it. I'm not saying I don't want to be that detailed. I really do envy it. Okay, so for this fella right here, he's sort of... I mean, we mapped it out earlier. Be really sketchy with this. Got arm sort of comes down like that, bells out. This little triangle shape connects with his sword, moves back in a little, puffs back out. That's really rounded. Same thing with his back here too. Can't see much of it, so we're just gonna not really do it. And he's got sort of this like sword scabbard thing that sort of comes up right here. That's got some three-dimensionality to it. We're just gonna do it that right there. Draw it as like a box. Huge thank you to Inoue for covering up the top of it with this like flowing fabric piece. And then it comes back up. Then once it's off frame, it comes down. It curves out, comes back in, and then it goes. And it sort of also goes. And it comes back out for a peak, right? It comes back in. Goes boom. There it goes. Boom. Sort of comes back in a little bit, and then it goes. Perfect. Did you say this is from volume 1? Yes, it's from volume 1. Wait, there's no page number on this thing right here, but yep. Volume 1. This is a this big volume, so it's technically 3 volumes in one larger volume, but I just refer to it as volume 1 because I think this is the only way you can buy it physically now. Keep in mind that before this, Inoue did work on another manga called Slam Dunk. You're familiar with that property, so he's not a new mangaka at this point. He has definitely had time to sort of develop his style. So it's not like he's like coming right off the bat saying like, "Yep, I'm this good." He's had some time, and you can tell from his earlier works that he's not like bad, but you can tell he's still like trying to figure out like what it is exactly that he's wanting to do. Which I respect. I respect that hardcore. The sword needs to be up a bit more. Because its hand sort of peeks into it. Okay, we're gonna break the hand down into shapes that I understand. Sort of that thing right there, right? He's keeping his fingers very blocky. They're not crazy detailed. They have like your anatomical signposts, like the separation of the digits and everything, but as far as like them being like perfectly situated. That'll be fun to ink later. I love drawing hands. Okay. Sort of boom, then boom, and then boom, boom, and then boom. Sort of boom, boom, boom. That bit sort of like goes boom, like drops down, and it comes back that way. Then from his hand right here, it goes boom, then it comes back in a little bit, and then it pops back out, and then it goes comes back in, and it sort of coalesces all down here. And with its foot down here, I love this. It's not very detailed, but there's some indication of a little flip-flop, so we gotta show that. Sort of something like that right there. Then we got sort of his head. This isn't fitting exactly within the confines of all this of our paneling. That's because I didn't take into account the proportions of the panels, because obviously this is printed on different paper than this textbook paper, or this sketchbook paper is. Boom. That's our rough right there. And we have to keep in mind a lot of some hatching, some leaves, like this one right here. Boom. 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 It's all like really small things. So there's this really fun thing that's happening right here, is that there's a lot of hatching that's sort of extruding from this little central point, which is our focal point. Not our focal point, but it's the direction where our focal point is, right? So you have a lot of lines that are sort of meeting up there on this bottom plane, right? So we'll keep that in mind whenever we're doing this hatching. There's also a lot of hatching right here from this sword coming down, which is giving a lot of energy to the swing, right? It's sort of showing that direction. You also have some indication with some like hatching here that this character is sort of moving around a lot. Definitely with a lot of the direction of like the hatching on his body, right? It's definitely... We're not going to try and get this too accurate down to each line. We're not going to get that granular. We do just want that, like, that effect of everything, though, you know? Musashi here has some like hatch marks that sort of move up and down with his body too, and most of them aren't really emanating from his body. A lot of these hatch marks are contained, so that gives the illusion of a lot of like movement out here, but without having to show a lot, or like line work. Sort of that goes out a little bit more, like that, right there. We're gonna try and do some inking. And where do we want to start with? Right here. I think I'm just gonna start with his face, since that is kind of the first thing that my eye is being drawn to. So and also probably because the face is the thing I'm like most nervous to draw, because like if I mess it up then it's gonna look a little weird, but the eyes are not perfect. We really are working so granular here. Got like a blood splotch that's like on his face. Just gonna show that with a little bit of hatching. Phew, such impressive art. The manga, yeah. For sure, for sure. I love, I'm a very slow reader when it comes to comics. That's because I really let the pictures sort of like soak in. I just sit there. Sometimes I'll double read a page because I just like love looking at the art so much. And I think so many people, whenever they read comics and manga, that they skip over the art so quick. I have some friends that read manga, and I just like sat there next to him watching him read it, and he was just flying through it. Oh, he was just flying through it, and it was so disheartening because I was like, are you like really seeing that? Or like, are you like seeing what I'm seeing right here? Like, are you seeing all this like amazing art? And they're just like, yeah, like, I'm just a fast reader. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, fine. I guess some people just have like different fixations. Mine just being like weird stuff. 'Cause I'm a freak. I'm not a freak, but I am a freak. I'm like a freak, but like not a freak. I'm a freak who apparently has dyslexia. That might have dyslexia. He does this thing with his hair where he just makes it look so like varied. I feel like I'm like falling into like a lot of like pitfalls where I'm just doing the same like shape over and over again. Maybe if I just like try and be more chaotic with it, it'll come out across better. Yeah. You like your art, bro. Your style is so set. Like you have a really good foundation and you build on it really well. I'm saying you do it well. Oh, well, thank you, King Froglet. Thank you. You get caught up looking in the buildings and Chainsaw Man and drawings. The drawings are scenes in your head. Talking about Chainsaw Man. I just caught up. That's awesome. And thank you for sharing with that. But you just unlocked something within me. So I finally caught up with where Chainsaw Man is currently in part 2, and I'm kind of digging it. I'm kind of digging it. At first, you know, like you get the rug pulled over you. You know, like Chainsaw Man is like Denji. You think a lot. You think to yourself like, Chainsaw Man can't be Chainsaw Man without like Denji in the picture. And then you just get thrown this new character, Asa, who initially you're like, it's a little side character or whatever. And then she just turns out to be the main character of the manga from there on out. Denji sort of like takes like a backseat. He's still in it, of course, but he definitely he takes a bit of a backseat, and I kind of like that. I really like that. I like all the stuff with, like the War Devil. I love Famine. I think all that whole arc with them is like really dope. I've seen some people express disinterest with where the series has gotten so far, but I dig it. I dig it. Hardcore. I love me some Chainsaw Man, and I'll always love Chainsaw Man Part 1, obviously, and I cannot wait for that movie to come out. That's doing the Bomb Devil arc. Does it need to be a movie? No, not really, but if they're gonna do it as a movie, they better do it well. And it's Mappa, so you know they're going to do good. I just hope they treat those animators well. They do so much. They do so much work. And I feel bad, I really do. Like consuming that sort of thing, because I know I'm just feeding into the problem, but it's like, what do you do as like a consumer? If that makes any sense. I sort of like have that thought a lot. He's got a big black mass of hair back here. Boom, boom, boom. We got some hatching. Should I do the hatching? Should come later, I think. Really need to get these figures on the page first before I be doing anything else. Are you guys enjoying the stream so far? Have I bored you yet? Sometimes I feel like I'm boring. I'm really interested. I love doing this, so I'm gonna keep on doing it. But like, my biggest fear, I guess, whenever I do stuff like this, is that people don't find what I find to be interesting. If that makes any sense. Like I get my own like weird little fixations, and I find them to be interesting in the time. But then like I'll talk to my friends, and they just like don't really seem to like understand like what I see in any of it. But if any of you are enjoying the stream, that would be great. You haven't read most manga in a long time. I want to get back into anime and games. You haven't read most manga in a long time. I fall in and out of like reading manga. I switch between like sort of like Western comics and manga a lot. Like I've been on my vagabond grind, obviously, but I've definitely I feel that. As far as games go, I play games quite a bit. I'm playing Cyberpunk 2077 currently, and that's been a whole lot of fun, but to sit down and like play a game for like a long extended period of time really drains me, so I don't do it all that often. And I think when I'm done with Cyberpunk, I think I might take a bit of a break from gaming for a bit to sort of like focus on art. You like manga, you draw well, and you overall seem like a chill guy. Thank you. That is the greatest compliment that I could ever receive from anybody. King Froglet, you seem like a chill person as well, and I really appreciate you coming in here and just hanging out with me, commenting, sharing your interests. It's like I'm hanging out with a friend. It really is. And thank you so much. That means so much to me. I think that I love doing these streams because I get to interact with cool people like you. So thank you. You and Hebs popping in here, saying hello to me, telling me how your day's been. I love that. I love the positivity. I feel like I've been needing a lot of positivity in my life for a little while. It was really complicated. I did choose a very complicated series of panels to do. But you have to challenge yourself, right? You gotta challenge yourself. You gotta do things that you might be like uncomfortable with doing in terms of like art. You really have to like sort of step out of your comfort zone. Like it's the things that you don't want to be drawing that you probably should be drawing. So that's when I saw this panel, I was like, oh, that looks difficult. I want to draw that. I want to draw that. I'm learning a lot here too. Thank you. Isn't Vagabond about Musashi Miyamoto becoming a swordsman? Yes. It is precisely about that. It's based off of an older book from another Japanese author. I think it's the book is titled The Five Rings, which is also about, it's a fictionalized history of Miyamoto Musashi. And yes, it's about him becoming a swordsman, and the manga is pretty much an adaptation of that, but it deviates in some areas, but for the most part it's pretty faithful to that original work. It's a very interesting read, because like I don't know, the characters are just like so interesting. And you would think that because it's based off of like an older book that like the characters, and this is like maybe in like old books can't be interesting because they're old. They can be, but you would think because it's older it wouldn't have such like a modern feel to it, but it does. So if you have not read this manga, oh, please treat yourself and at least read the first volume. I love you. Your community will continue to grow because you're such a nice, likable person. Hey, I'm gonna tear up. I'm literally gonna tear up. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Justin, thank you. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for popping in to say hello. To popping in and say nice things. Hello. I'm very like, thankful for it, like for everyone being here being like, oh, your art is so good, your art is so good. Because I'm just looking at all the mistakes that I'm making. Obviously. But thank you guys so much. I get a lot of enjoyment out of doing art. It's sort of like my way to unwind. It really is. Especially so Wednesdays for me are kind of like my Friday because I don't work on Thursdays. So whenever I'm like here doing an art stream on a Wednesday, like this really is like how I'm choosing to sort of like spend my quote unquote weekend. And I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't enjoy it. Enjoy it so much. I feel like I'm not talking about like what I'm doing enough. Are you guys lost? Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions? Oh, I don't have any questions. My question to you is, are you getting tired? What time is it? Does anyone know what time it is? Oh, it's only 6:39 my time. Is it? It is not 6:39. What? No way. What? Oh no, it's 7:38. Why does my laptop say it's 6:39? It is not that. No, it's currently 7:38. I started the stream a bit early because I knew this would be like a bit more like time consuming. So I was like, oh, I'll set aside some more time to sort of do this. So I'm glad that I did. But I'm sorry if everyone here is getting tired, getting sleepy. Hope that my sultry, soothing voice can be a respite in the quiet night. This dude draws feet good too. What the heck? Freaking. He's even like got contours for the toes. How? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, how do you do that? How do you have such a firm grasp, like, understanding of anatomy? It's 7:39 for you, 7:39 for you, 6:39 for you. Okay, I forget that there like time zones exist. And you can still get tired at like 6 o'clock, I think. We're almost done with our fellow Miyamoto Musashi here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got like a little lappy thing right here. Doing a lot of not guesswork here, but we're doing a lot of when it comes to the folds of this of his robe. So like the crazy thing is like I'm copying this out of a manga. This manga author, he like didn't have, I'm sure he had like references, right? But like so much of like this art is like it's original, right? That's just crazy to me. Like to be able to come up with all of these like poses and everything, just like unfathomable, literally unfathomable. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and start doing some hatching on him now, and we're gonna resituate myself in my chair, take a sip of my gamer water. We're gonna get some hatching done. Yeah, make sure I have plenty of like elbow room in order to do this. I'm gonna scoot that to the sides ever so slightly. What the heck? Okay. So we got a lot of hatching that's sort of like right here, right? Sorry, there's a big old sewing machine that's just in my way over here. I'm gonna hopefully not break it. Okay. Maybe this marker would be better for this task, because it's a bit more. Is that any better? I think it needs to be finer. Let me see if I have a finer micron. My little jar of microns. I got 3 or an 8. Let's try an 8. Sure, is that purple? Let's see if that's any better. It's a bit better. This paper is not really made for like pens, it's more like a watercolor situation, so this isn't perfect. That's gonna have to do. Darken up the sword a little bit. I'll darken it up with this pen right here. Pretty good. I'm sort of see that we have a bit more like action lines like right there. I'm gonna go through and sort of get this guy's wrist too while I'm at it. his hand. So we're gonna be doing some stuff around it. I love the framing of this guy's hand, because it's sort of like where the sword is connecting right there. So you're looking at the sword. It's like you're also like drawn to the hand almost. It's cool. I have an appreciation for the little things. You're gonna wait to ink because you're currently watching your tiny phone screen. You're so excited about hatching your sketch. Your sketch looks good. Yes, yes. Inking is definitely like it like takes the longest, you know. But I'm glad that your sketch looks good. Okay. Like a lot of. Where are we gonna go from like out here? Getting sort of these like outward hatches. Let's see where else we're working with. I got some like hatching around like the arm. Definitely the knee. Forgot to do this a little bit back here. Still not liking these microns. I've never been the biggest fan. Thank you for pushing you. Thank you for pushing me, because I probably wouldn't do this if I were not doing it for a stream. As bad as that might sound. Definitely want to be a good anchor as well. Like when I say like I want to do comics, like I literally want to do all of it. It's like I want to do writing, I want to do penciling, I want to do inking, etc., etc. So there's definitely like a lot that I have to learn, and I think that the best way for me to learn it is just to make myself do it. There's definitely a lot of hatching going on with the folds and his little thing right here. I want to be careful too, because there's a lot of hatching in here, yeah, but if I make it too dark, I run the risk of sort of like muddying all of it. So don't want to do too much in here, because if you think about it, a lot of like the work and like the value of his robe here is really just being done by the tone paper that he's using, like the grayness of that. So if I do too much hatching, I run the risk of like muddying the lines that I already have down right here. But if I don't do enough, then I sort of the action doesn't come through all that clearly. My line weight already isn't perfect, so I don't want to do too much. So what we'll probably do once I'm comfortable enough with like where I am with like the hatch marks, the hatching, I will probably move on to I will probably just hit it with a quick ink wash. I don't know, you're probably thinking, oh, this guy who loves his ink washes. I do. Like they're fun. What I love about ink washes is that if you let it dry, you can layer it and you can just do it darker. So it's really easy to just build up layers, but if you're doing just one layer, you like it gets so like clean. It's so easy to do. I've been avoiding the hatching on the knee right here. I'm gonna get around to it. So we're gonna like then it sort of it curves around his knee slightly. Comes back. Then sort of you got his calf right here with his shin. See, he does that thing here where he doubles up his line. Then sort of then his foot. It's got a bit of action line to it. Nice. That's so much fun. That's so much fun. What the heck? We're drawing these little leaves right here. Give ourselves a break from doing all that hatching. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom. Boom, boom. So much fun. Boom, boom, boom. Hatching is very therapeutic, I think. That's so much fun. I just took like a step back here and I looked at it. I looked at like all that I've done so far. Wow. This looks amazing, bro. Thank you, Ashuna Games. Thank you. Thank you so much. I feel like I've been working on it for a minute, but I'm okay with that. It's very poetic to suffer for your art. Not that I'm suffering right now, but just to be like, yeah, I put in so much like effort with this, so much time and effort. Didn't nail his face all that well, I don't think. What is it that I did wrong there? I think I made his eyes too big. I'm looking at it right here. Definitely made his eyes too big. I think I made his like little things narrow enough. It looks enough like him, right? Forgot his little foot back here, little footsie. Hatching fun. I love hatching. I'm just saying that. I just keep on saying that, but man, I love hatching. Boom. That's really dark back there. This is also like dark and loosely defined. How's that? Is that very action-packed? Came to the stream last minute. Came to the stream last minute. Big sad. Don't worry. The stream is not over yet. We are not done yet. We are still working on all of this right here. We still have this entire left portion of it done. So I'm sit back and watch the show, because we still have to ink this little guy over here. But I think I'm happy with our fellow here, Miyamoto Musashi. I'm happy with it. I think I did all the hatching that I really need to do right here. Maybe we'll darken this up a bit. But I could do more hatching, but I think I haven't muddied up. I don't want to muddy it up any more than I already have. Yay, popcorn! Woo! Wee, popcorn! Boom, boom, boom. Look at that. Okay, so we have this defined right here. We have a Musashi here who is sort of like, he has these hatch marks that are vertical, right? And that indicates that he indicates. We love that verb here. But that basically shows. Let me make sure my phone has enough battery. Oh, it does. We're on 54%. My camera has is my phone that I'm using right now, and it has like a certain battery percentage, but we're good. So these vertical hatch marks show that our sword here and Musashi as a whole is sort of like nice callback. Yeah, I'm all full of callbacks, but this shows that Musashi is sort of bringing all of his weight down, right, with that one sword strike. So that's the movement that is being shown right there. With our other figure right here, if you look closely, you'll see that his hatch marks are radiating backwards from this little horizon point right here, right? This vanishing point. If you look at it, it sort of radiates. So whenever we're doing the hatching for him, we're going to keep this little area right here in mind for that. I think that'll help us a lot whenever we're doing the hatching for his little sitch right there. Speaking of his little sitch, we're just going to go ahead and give the faint outline of the head here. We're going to show off. He's got some hair. Boom. 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 And then we have little hatch marks. I need to pay better attention to how these work. They're sort of like divided in two. I sort of like dig into his skull a little bit. Comme ça? I'll sort of pop up a little bit more. And then that's good enough for that right there. And then we have sort of like his face, which is just boom, boom. Simple, easy. And then his face is just rendered using just like some hatch marks. Like that right there. Like that right there. Yeah, okay, cool. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do this little flowy thing that he's got right here. Sort of comes out like that right there. Big shape, big swoosh. And that sort of thins out. Going right there. Then it sort of folds back up. Same thing with this right here. It goes boom, and then it goes. When it comes to a point, mess that up a bit. Oopsies. Not the end of the world. That right there. And then boom. 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 Look at that. Oop. Did I mess up a little bit? I did. Darn it. That's okay. That line's not supposed to be there. Forget that line, that I put that line down right there. I should have erased that. Sort of this little like dark spot there, I guess. And it's sort of like it's a lot of ambiguity as to what the shapes that are going on in here because you have so much texture with his silly little outfit. So it's kind of really hard to tell what's going on in there. So we're just gonna do some guesstimating. Yeah, he's got this like floral pattern that's on his entire body. That is not, no way he rendered that all by hand. That definitely has to be like a screen toned. Okay, thin lines. Making a gap every now and again to do our sort of little hatchet marks. Boom, boom. I love this little sword thing that, like this little sword scabbard he has. It's just a little box, but it has so much like dimensionality. Just that right there. That's so cool. And the perspective of it, the hatch marks, they are pointing towards our little focal point, right? So because they have hatching on them, they get the hatching effect. Oh, that's so cool. What? See, I wouldn't have seen that if I had not been studying this. Definitely that right there too. We darken that side a little bit. Then we sort of show that, and then boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Cool. Okay. It's like this little step thing going on with the folds in his sleeve right here. And it really does like the smooth sort of just like easing in and out. Then boom. It sort of like comes in like that. And it goes. And then it goes. Comes back in. It goes boop. Boop. And it comes out a little bit. And then it goes like that. And then it goes in. Like that. Oh, that looks good. I love that. Ugh. Sweet. And then it sort of like has some like folds back here. Same thing like with his back right here. Sort of being pulled into his like belt that he's got right here. being very loose and nimble with sort of these stitches right here. And then go. It goes boom, boom. So out. A little fold right there, and it goes boom. It goes boom. It comes back in. It goes. Oh, love that. It goes. Like a lot of hatching going here. Does anyone else ever see a face in the flower guy's sleeve? Wait, where in the sleeve? Wait, where are we looking? I'm looking right here. In his sleeve. You're talking about like in the crook of his elbow, like where his like elbow would be? If I squint, maybe. Maybe I don't. I see faces in a lot of things. That's like a human thing, though, right? To be like, oh, I see a face in that. There's the Jesus's face is in this piece of toast that I have right here, but he's real, guys. He's back. He's in the toast. He's in the toast. On the book near the shoulder. On the book near the shoulder. On the book near the shoulder. Squinting here. I'm squinting. Book near the shoulder. Not really. Unless that is the thing that I'm looking at right there. In which case it does kind of look like a face. I'm perplexed. You got me perplexed. I'm assuming this is this guy's foot down here. It's unimportant. Sorry for interrupting. It's okay. It's okay. You had me interested. You had me interested. I think I messed up with the sort of like the shirt here because it's supposed to be. It's supposed to connect below the belt by the looks of it. So keep in mind our horizon right there. We got most of his figure down. Let's switch to our other pen so we can do this hedging. Your autism is showing. This is the place for it. This is the safe space for it. Ah. Boom. Back on that hatching grind, it seems. I think there's like a big shape right there. And I feel like I'm spitting everywhere. So you know how like sometimes you'll like see YouTube shorts or like TikToks or whatever of like people like doing like art streams, and they'll be like laying down some real like good artistic advice. So when you watch it, you're like, oh, this guy knows what he's talking about. Should I do that right now? What's something I could say? Like, what's the thing I could say? Did you know that if you put pen on paper, it'll make a mark? And if you do that again and again, you will make a drawing. Little known fact. Well, and you can't ignore this either, because if you ignore it, then fundamentally flawed. You're flawed. You're a flawed. Flawed. A little bit. This little leaf right here. Think you can escape. Think you can escape. Useful trick. Useful trick for drawing pictures. Do you see what you're drawing? If so, draw it. Imagine everything as a box. Most useful tip I've ever heard. See the hatching on his fingers. It's on the shadow side. Crazy. This Takahiko Inoue guy, he's so good at art. He should start making like manga or something, or comics or something. You can tell I'm just running out of things to say. Is that embarrassing? Is that embarrassing? A little embarrassing. I'm running out of things to say, but I'm not bored. The box thing does not click in your head for whatever reason. But sometimes it does for me. And sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I finally discovered the trick, you know, to like to drawing in perspective or drawing things better. And then I'm like, finally. And then I go and I draw the box and I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? But then other times I'll draw the box. I'll be like, oh, I get it. It's entirely context dependent, I think. I'm still looking for that like one size fits all solution for like starting out a drawing. If that makes any sense? Like I definitely do not have that yet. It's hard. It's hard. I like drawing boxes though. That's not to say that I don't like drawing boxes. I do like drawing boxes. It's just like, I don't know. Sometimes I envision a box. Like I can be like, if this were a box, then I could understand it. Does that make any sense? Did I just contradict myself? I don't know. Okay. Grab this vertical hatching up here. But I like boxes. This is a box loving zone. One day you thought the Loomis method finally clicked, but then it was gone. Dude, I mean, like, you see, like, I just moved my book thinking that, like, I would be able to. You've seen the way that I draw faces and stuff. I've tried using the Loomis method. I've tried using boxes. I've tried using all these different things, and I still have not found that one thing that has like made perfect sense to me. And like sometimes I feel like I'm on the cusp of it, you know, like, oh, today's the day where I finally do it. I imagine like I'll like before I draw, I'll be like, oh, like I really feel like doing the Loomis method here. Then I go and I draw, and it doesn't work. And is that my fault as an artist? Should I be better? Should I be doing better? Maybe. I have the Loomis book, like the drawing the head and hands, the Andrew Loomis book. It's over here on my bookshelf. I've read it, not like front to back, but like I've used it before in a tutorializing fashion, and sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know what to say. Okay, I think that I missed an entire section of his little thingy down here. That's what I think that I did. Jeez. You remember how earlier when I was showing you my thing and I forgot the eye in Trails? That's what's happened here. I've forgotten something that should be so devilishly, fiendishly easy to see, and I whiffed it. Totally. Have you done 100 heads challenge? I want to this year. No, I have not. I have not done the 100 heads challenge. I'm too scared to do something like that. That's a lot. I might do it. I just doing like a big like trendy sort of thing. Not trendy, like a challenge like that always scares me because I'm like, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough to do it. But maybe I should do it. Now that I have like an outlet for it, which is like this whole like YouTube thing. Now that I have an outlet for it, maybe I will give it a shot. Because then I could like make a video out of it. I did the 100 edge challenge. I came out on top. I am that guy. Yeah. So like maybe I will do it. If I do it, I'll contentify it. Not that I want to turn everything that I do into content, obviously, but that could be fun. I could be like, here are the things that I learned. I definitely think like drawing that many heads would improve my skills like immensely. I really do. I love erasing because I can smell the rubber. Smell the burning rubber. We're not out of the water yet. We're not out of the park yet. We still got a little bit more that we gotta do. We gotta do a little bit more rendering. I know. Hold your horses. Your horses. Hold them. We gotta do just a wee bit more rendering. Sorry, I didn't mean to move my thing all that much. We're gonna do... So we're gonna do this right here. We're gonna use a ruler, right? And we're gonna sort of... We're gonna tickle this little circular area. And we're gonna put a couple of these things, of these rays here, as sort of like guidelines. Because if we can get enough of these guidelines, they really seem to end right here at about, not exactly eye level, but like pretty darn close. So if we can get some of these like in here, just in between them, we can go in by hand with the rest of them and just do them by hand. But if we get these straight ones in here, it'll give the illusion that I know what I'm doing. Sort of. Right, sort of like that right there. Right? So that means if I go do this, shoop, 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 shoot. Kind of looks like it's intentional. Intentionally straight. I'm assuming that he probably had some sort of like specialized roller in order to do these lines. Or, I'm gonna say it again, a screen tone, some sort of like screen tone. One thing I don't like about these microns either is that they're just kind of uncomfortable to hold. I've never really liked holding them before. They feel weird. It looks like it sort of stops around like where his behind is. Those lines definitely aren't perfect. They could be finer, I think. That's my fault for using this this micron, of course. But the effect of it, the mise en page of it. Okay, we got a few more things that we could do. We could do the rest of the sort of like things emanating from up here. We could, but like I don't have a screen tone and that's like way too light. So I think we should just like leave it as is with that. What I want to do is I want to take this little brush pen right here and I want to just like do some of this right here for like the flowers on his thing. Not too much. I don't want to muddy up the shapes here. I just want to show that there's like some sort of like texture going on, right? not too much. Because I don't like have the actual flower texture, so I don't want to screw up the rest of it. Fun though, hey. The illusion of texture. The illusion of a pattern. This beats screen tone. That's for certain. Fun. We could also do the same thing for his little hat up here. A bit finer, of course. Oh, we screwed up. That's my fault. I could go over it with some like white gouache or something, but I don't think I will. Okay. So there's that. Can I just go over it with a little bit of white gel pen? Desperately try and fix the mistakes of my past. I had some white out. I have white gouache, I just don't feel like getting it out. So I just have to keep it as it is. Okay. One final thing that we have to do is we have to do some erasing up here for this. For that. Then we could probably go over this. Again, just a little bit, so we can make it look like it's not too much of a mistake. Yeah, looks a little less noticeable. Ink wash time. Ooh, it's my favorite thing to do, is just do a silly little simple ink wash. We're just gonna do it on Musashi's robe here. Careful not to get it on his skin, anything that is not his robe. We're gonna try not to do that. Doing art traditionally is very fun too. You know, like I have tried digital stuff in the past, but just something about doing like stuff traditionally, like sort of like not having that undo button, is just, it's like you get a rush from it, right? Not only just a rush, but you also get like an immense like sense of like satisfaction when you finally do get done with whatever it is that you're working on, because you like have it in front of you and it's like this physical thing. So like I love traditional art so much. I love having a sketchbook. I love doing all of these things. Oh. Big old drop of that. trying to see if his sword also has some screen tone on it, but I don't think it does. Oh, that ink wash that brings it all together. Oh, that's so cool. That's so dope. Oh, that's so cool. Artist looks at a piece of artwork. Oh, I love it. Is he self-conceited? Is he an egotistical maniac? A bit, maybe. That's so satisfying though, to like watch it all finally come together. So much fun. I'll go over this bit. I think it needs to be a bit darker. Then if we look closely, there's a bit of screen tone down right here. Don't know why. I'm assuming this is like a shoe or something, or like a boot. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Haves. All right, let's stretch. Let's congratulate ourselves for having sat through all 10 hours of that. And let's recenter everything. Not that. That's that right there. Shrink that down. Pull that to the side. Readjust all that. How do we feel about that, dudes? How do we feel about that? How do I feel about that? I feel that the frame needs to be framed better. I'm happy with it. I'm very happy that like I actually finished this. I really didn't think I would be able to finish it. But like, geez. Looking at it now. That's so much fun. Oh, that's so much fun. Okay, I guess I really have nothing much to offer for tonight. Let me clarify. Nothing additional. So, thank you to everybody that tuned in to watch this stream. It was a blast. And I'm very, very happy with what we turned out with. Like, I am immensely happy with this right here. And I don't think I would not have done this without you guys here to watch. So with that being said, I hope everybody has a great rest of their night. Hope that you sleep well. Hope that you get a full 8 to 9 hours of sleep. And I'll see you next Wednesday. I don't know what I have planned for next Wednesday quite yet, but I'm sure I'll figure something out. So with that being said, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your night and fantastic rest of your week. Good night.